going on? I'm Jake. I'm here with Alex from Aries Tactical. We're out at ETTS out in Waxahachie, Texas. Doing a little fun comparison video today. I got a new gun in. We got the Mac 9 DS Comp and the 5-inch full size. Curious to see how that compares to my Stealth Arms Platypus in the commander size. Alex brought out a Staccato P, and we also have a Bul Armory Tac 5 Pro. So we're just going to run a couple drills, your basics, build drill, see how it feels drawn out of the holster, how it feels to present, and basically just how it feels to fire. We're by no means professional reviewers of any sort. We're just going to give our feedback from being decent shooters and seeing what our experience is like.
What's up, guys? I'm Alex with Aries Tactical. I'm out here with Jake. We're going to be taking a look at his Platypus right here from Stealth Arms. My first impression with this thing feels really good. The grip is really thin. I get a really good purchase with my grip. It's light, like even with the acro and the Surefire on it, it's pretty light. It's a pretty light gun. It's not ported, but we're gonna see how flat it shoots and how it feels. Just taking a little dry fire, this trigger feels pretty nice, right? Let's see. Yeah, the trigger's pretty nice. Let me see. I'm gonna load up some rounds, take a couple shots, and see, get some feedback. For it not being ported, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Let me see. Yeah, I just put 3 in the head box right now. Shooting this thing one-handed. Had a little malfunction, but it's probably just because it needs to be lubed up. But the grip texture is amazing on this thing. And then it takes Glock Max. But this thing, I'd buy one. I'd buy one.
All right, here we go with the Stealth Arms Platypus. 4 1/4 Commander. I have an affinity for short barrel pistols for some reason. Just more comfortable. I guess if I ever wanted to conceal it, that would help as well. I'm pretty new to 2011s in general, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. But weight-wise, feels fantastic. Coming from Glocks, it's a little bit heavier, but nothing too unmanageable. The texture is fantastic. Reminds me of some barbell knurling. Nice grip, it never slips out of my hand. Nice and thin as well. Same thing, back to barbells. I like a thinner barbell just so I can get a real firm grip on it. Same thing with this. I don't feel like it's going anywhere. I don't feel like I'm having a difficulty struggling to grasp this thing with smaller hands. So feels nice to me. It's nice and smooth. The trigger, I mean, my first 2011 trigger, so short take up, crisp break, short reset, crisp break. So to me, everything seems good. Let's put a round through it and see how it goes. Seems smooth.
I'm just gonna say I have no idea what it is because I don't have any idea what it is. Uh-oh. It feels very nice. It feels very nice.
How does it feel compared to your Glock?
I feel like it fits in my hand like a glove.
So better or worse than your Glock?
Oh, I think better. It feels nice. Okay.
Now the thumb safeties are off, so it's live.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a little big for my hand though. It's very nice.
How does it fire compared to your Glock?
I feel like it's steady. I just have to remind myself not to let it kick or point up. It feels clean.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so 9 rounds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, barely 6 in the A zone, and 3 Charlies.
Next up, we got my Staccato P, ported by Bul Machine Works and stippled by Tommy Gun Stippling, one of my good friends. Too bad he can't be out here today with us. I'm just gonna compare this one to the Platypus right now, and we'll keep on doing this. Should put some rounds to it. I'm way more familiar with this one already. Just racking this compared to the Platypus. It's a little more smoother, a lot easier, but this is sprung pretty good. Take some shots. Yeah, I can run this one fast because it's my gun and I'm used to it. Yeah, I love this thing. It shoots pretty flat. 4-inch barrel? Yeah, 4.4-inch barrel. And man, this thing is, Vulcan did magic with their ports.
All right, next we got Alex's Staccato P. I could tell you, man, this glides butter smooth. It is ported as well, so I'm assuming it'll be a lot flatter than that Platypus was. The Platypus isn't bad, but those ports always help for sure. Tommy Gun Stippling did a great job on this grip. Feels just as sticky as that prickle texture on that Platypus. I don't have any fear of this sliding out of my hand at all. And we are in Texas. It's pretty hot and humid out right now, and this thing's staying planted. So let's put some rounds through it. This is ridiculous. I did not need to shoot this today. Platypus might be up for sale.
Yeah.
I also don't know what gun this is, but here we go. I'm trying to compare it to the last one. I feel like it's nice on the hands too. Keep going. Yes.
All right, that was Staccato P. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the A zone and 4 Charlies.
We got the Bul Armory Tac 5 Pro. This is ported from factory. It's got what the V8 ports. The stippling comes the way it does from factory. The trigger's pretty good from factory. I haven't done anything to this except put a toolless guide rod in, and that's the only thing. So we can take a couple shots, compare it to the other ones, see what it looks like. Yeah. So, yeah.
Piece. We got the Bul Armory Tac 5 Pro. It's got the V8 ports from the factory. Slide is buttery smooth. Grip feels nice. Is this a stock grip?
Yep.
Maybe we need Tommy to work a little magic on here. But
Yeah.
feels really good in hand. I like the size and shape of it. Really like that slide action. But it feels great. Let's put some rounds through it. know you can't see because the camera's pointed at me, but it's a big old hole in the A-zone right there. I mean, these rounds are all pretty much touching for shooting that fast. This thing's pretty amazing. Very impressed.
Again, I don't know what this is. So far, I feel like all of them feels nice on my hands. Obviously, they all feel different. But I do like the way, whatever this,
Bagwell.
is that what it's called? All right, learning new vocabulary. Bagwell is feeling. Okay, that slides very nice. Oh my god. I need to work on my core strength because I feel like it's gonna send me flying. Alright. It's also a very nice one. I felt like the staccato was more memorable. I don't mind the knurling, like the grip isn't so harsh on your hands. So I like the way this feels. However, I do notice that it feels heavier.
All right, those are the Bul Armory Tac 5 Pro. 9 shots. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Alpha and 3 Charlie.
Let's just acknowledge the first one were these two, and then clearly that one. I was just nervous, okay?
Next up, we got the Mac DS9 Comp. This is Jake's newest gun. It's got all Infinity internals. The MJD Solutions grip, which is super aggressive. That thing just bites down. You try to grip this thing, it's just biting you, right? This thing feels amazing though. It's amazing. Racking it, it's not bad. Could be better. It will be better in time, of course. Let's take some shots to it though. See what it's like. Yeah, it's not bad. That's pretty good actually for the price point. That's actually pretty good. I like it.
All right, next we got the Mac 9 DS Comp. This is the 5-inch full size. I just got this a couple of weeks ago. My poor friend Tommy Gun Stippling spent about 3 hours last night trying to fit all these Infinity parts in here. Put the MJD grip on here. This is by far the most aggressive grip texture I've personally felt. I thought the Platypus was aggressive in a good way. I think this beats that, and it's just as comfortable in my hand while it's not going anywhere. Infinity parts include the trigger, the hammer, the sear spring, and the disconnector. Just upon initial thoughts shooting this earlier today, everything feels pretty decent. My one big gripe right now is when you're racking it, if you rack it slow enough, it will hang up on that disconnector. I mean, it's inexcusable, really. So I need to polish some things out. We still need to tune this thing, but for the price point, I think it's going to be pretty hard to beat. Let's run some maps through it. Not bad for the price.
I guess this is the Mac 9D
S.
Comp.
Yeah, there you go.
You can just edit that out. It has more knurling, which I'm kind of okay with.
On the grip, you mean?
Yes, sir.
How does the weight feel compared to the others?
Maybe equal to staccato. Or maybe I just got stronger from doing so many reps of this. The fun part, I guess. Either I had trouble shooting the gun, it didn't shoot as effortlessly as the Staccato, or maybe it's user error, I don't know.
No, I think it's the gun.
Okay.
It's got some work to be done on it.
I mean, I think I'm just getting stronger because I realize how large this gun looks.
That's a full-size gun.
I'm just a strong lady. It's gonna be like.
Wow. All right, that was a Mac 9 DS comp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all in the A zone.
So does this mean the moment of truth where like this is the better one?
Did you feel like you shot that one better?
Yes, but I think I would kill you if I said let's do that all over again.
Now, you made a comment about that optic being smaller than the other ones, but it didn't seem to be an issue for you this time.
To be honest, I was kind of thinking, could it just be that since this is the last one I shot, that I got more comfortable, maybe like I was warmed up. So that's why I said it's hard to say. Maybe I have to do it all over again.
Maybe so. Let's find out on another day.
I know.
Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a fun little day. Do a comparison. Some of the 2011s we have. And like I said in the introduction, we were by no means any professional reviewers, just giving our thoughts for our enjoyment shooting these firearms today at this particular time. Tomorrow the opinion could change just depending on how we're shooting that day, I guess. For me personally, I think out of the four, my favorite, and it pains me to say it because it's not one of mine, I think the Staccato P, the ported P, is the top dog for me today. I think that was the most pleasant to shoot. I could shoot that thing like a machine gun all day long. The trigger was light, it was fast, it was flat, it was accurate. Super impressive to me. I think the Platypus also held its own as a second runner-up in my opinion. And now it's my mission to get this Mac 9 DS comp ported even further and get that thing tuned to see what it could really do. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Staccato P was my favorite. The second was the Platypus also. I ran that thing almost as fast as the Staccato P did. But yeah, the Staccato P was top dog for me. I think once that Mac gets tuned, it's going to be up there.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I think for the price, considering the cost of the gun, the cost of the internals, the cost of the grip, you know, all said and done, that's going to still be cheaper than the MSRP or right at the MSRP of the Platypus.
Yep.
So we're about to see. And now that's a lot to be said for the Platypus. I didn't have to do all that to get that performance out of it. It's at a disadvantage if you're into 2011s because you get to tinker with them and change the internals and do all those fun things. The Platypus you cannot do. The majority of those parts are proprietary. So it's nice for me, being new to this, to be able to dive into a platform relatively inexpensively and be able to experience swapping out parts and seeing what those improvements are. So I'm excited for that. Ninna, what did you think? I know you're a newer shooter, not having experience shooting a lot of platforms. She shoots a Glock. She's got a 19 with a ramjet on it. That's all she's been shooting lately. So I'm curious to hear your opinions on the 2011s today.
So I will probably third the Staccato. I felt like I didn't have to try so hard. But I will say the last one I shot.
The Mac 9 DS comp.
Yes, the one that you have lots of feelings on. Maybe it was because I got the hang of it and it felt good at the end. It shot well in my hands. I'll just say that I'll probably need to run through that all again to give really a solid opinion on which one's my favorite. But just based off of today, I felt like the Staccato just was effortless.
What are your thoughts on 2011s in general in comparison to your Glock?
Oh, shoot.
Because you shot Alex's 45 off camera at the end there.
I've just been training with my Glock, so I'm used to it. I like it, but having touched those ones today, I can feel the difference. Again,
In a positive way.
a lot of just it was effortless. Didn't have to work so hard to shoot the target.
There you go. That's the idea.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate you guys watching. This is our first time doing one of these review videos, so hopefully it was decently entertaining. And if it wasn't, I'm sorry you had to suffer through it. But we'll be back with more.